Attention, everyone. The Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge is inviting you to join us in September for the African Union CARICOM Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Sign up for the 3-day package and be a part of the AU CARICOM Summit. Plus, take in all of the sights of Addis Ababa, the new flower. Or you can opt for our 9-day cultural national tour, and that will engulf sites like Lalibela, Aksum, the Simeon Mountains, and much more. Transportation, accommodation, and your meals all included. So contact us now and reserve your spot. Email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com or visit our website priestisaacinstitute.com, Ethiopia. See you there. Started the Anglican Church, the Church of England, part of Mary, in London. Really, that was just they were the Protestants, and they were the same knights. Remember the knights. The knights are getting back now. This is politics, this is politics. The Knights Templars are being backed by the King of England now. The King of Britain, Henry VIII. And the artwork, the establishment, the culture then that the knights have for themselves was seen within all the churches, which is the Gothic style of building. This is how you know it's them. The style of building, the Gothic style of building. Remember, as I said before, when you read even in the Bible, when Christ resurrected, there was a moment where Christ was walking with his disciples like for days. They were camping out and they lit fire and everything, and they didn't know it was him. And they said when he blessed the food and he break the bread or whatever he did, they looked at him and said, but wait, we know who you are. You're the man, because of the way he broke the bread. Now remember, they were with him so long, not how he looked, not how he talked. I don't know if he was quiet and he had his face wrapped up. I don't know. But it's when he broke the bread, they noticed that, only one man pulled the chalice like that, man. So they realized who was in the midst. The point I'm making is that that's how you identify people and things, There's certain things that stand out. So these buildings now, these newly erected cultural buildings in Christendom who have just recently separated from the mother church, Rome. Why you separate from Rome? Nah, Rome say you can't marry more than one woman. So which other church say you can marry more than one woman, Henry? You just doing your own little thing. But anyway, they separated from the mother church around the same time when the mother church was persecuting the knights. I hope everyone understands what I'm saying. And the knights did what? They went underground. Rome didn't destroy them like how they destroyed the Heroles and the Vandals and the Ostrogoths. Remember, they totally wipe out these people. They did not totally wipe out the Knights Templars, but they gave them a serious fight. They were secured by Robin and Bruce. Robin and Batman in the Bruce Cave, Batcave, Bruce Cave. Scotland, the Gothic Scotland is the Gotham, great Scots, Batman. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that these new establishments now that rose up, carrying all these symbols, the Gothic symbols that you see in the style of the Knights of the Templars, that's really what it is. So they came under a new name. This is why their signature, their banner or their logo, which is the Red Cross. And remember, their Red Cross is seen in different ways. It's not just one Red Cross they have. They have several Red Cross. See? One Red Cross here and this Red Cross on the banner there. So they carry several Red Crosses specifically. But the Red Cross is the bleeding cross.
The Red Cross is the old flag of England before all the blue stuff got added into the flag.
And it's also called the Rosicrucian.
Okay, positive. So as the Prince was saying, the Red Cross is the old cross of England.
Old flag of England.
Oh, pardon. Oh my. Old flag of England. Okay. All right. And then somebody added the blue.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Positive. So now all of that again: Knights, Templars, rose, and the cross. And you know, the rose have thorns. It has to do with the color of the rose, and it has to do with blood too. It has to do with bleeding. The rose and the cross, Rosicrucian, is the red cross, rose and cross. So the blood cross or the red cross. And as my Lord just said, this is the flag specifically of England, the old flag of England. And it's still the flag of England up to now. So the Knights Templars flag is the flag of England up to now. If you go to England, you see people with this hang out of their windows. All they did was add some blue isosceles triangle. What kind of triangles these? Right angle triangles, whatever.
Right angle triangle.
Yeah, pardon. You know, yeah, a little bit off with the geometry stuff there. But give thanks for the great architect. So the triangles, the blue triangles, they were just added. You know what I mean? It's a simple little thing. This is what it's all about, hidden messages. So it looks like a totally different thing to you. Wow, they got a new flag. It's the Union Jack. Yeah, they jack you for real. So now, I think this is how it looks today. So I'm just showing you, family, within the midst of it, the Knights Templars with their secrets is still around. Whether they be for good or for bad, it is still around. And more so, it's not for good, because it's used in many funny ways. Look at the red cross here, which is this red cross here. And you know, this red cross here is very infamous for many different things. As I said, I'm my brother really, but Mr. John Stockwell, former CIA agent, remember he was speaking about how the Red Cross, I think it was Guatemala or Honduras, one of these countries, the Red Cross was quite instrumental in assisting a coup of one of their leaders. Red Cross, known for them kind of things. You know what I mean? And other things. Remember, it's blood, and so they take from people and give people blood. Red Cross, that's what it's all about. All right, but anyway, real Freemasonic organization. So I'm just saying that so you could understand where we are today, family. You know, this is just so you could see how history plays into all what we're saying, so it doesn't sound as if we're just talking off of our head. You know, we highlighted the whole aspect of the American eagle. And the reason why this is important, because this is not only the seal of the new world and the head of the new world and the police, at least, of the new world, you know, but it's also something seen on the currency that stands out, which is the American dollar. All of these things are very important, you know. So this is why we use this, and you notice that the number 13 stands out, and other numbers, 32 and 33, and I think 9 here, you know, but for sure, the number 13 stands out. You know, within the arrows, within the eagle's talon is 13. You have
the olives and the branches.
The olive branch with berries is 13 berries and 13 olive berries, as the print says.
Yes.
And 13 leaves. You understand? So that's a double 13 there. And my Latin is not the best, but iplu, you know,
Iplu with bus.
Right, exactly. 13 letters. Okay, so the star above the head, which is the 6-point star, is 13 5-point stars to make the 6-point star. A lot of maths there, boy. All right, sounds like one of them critical thinking questions. So you have 13 5-point star making one 6-point star. Good, 13. 13 letters, 13 stars, 13 berries, 13 leaves, 13 arrows, and the shield here is 13 stripes. Okay, what we didn't do the last time when we presented this on the internet, we didn't show you the flip side, which is the other side of the dollar, which is the other side of the seal. And here you see the pyramid. And when you count the rows of bricks, you get 13 again. You know, and with corpetis, well, whatever it, and with corpetis, if that's the right pronunciation, but it's 13 letters again. You know, then novus ordo secrorum which is the New World Order and all of that stuff. That's not 13 really, but just showing you 13, 13. This is the Roman numeral for 1776. The American New Year, 4th of July, 7 and 6 is 13. So you can see, family, this is just important. This is just foundational, just to give an understanding. That's why we went through it before, the 7 and 6, 13 for sure. Something else there about that, oh yes, even the 4th of July, July the 4th, 13 letters. American Eagle, 13 letters, and we can go on and on with the 13 stuff, so it's not a bad lucky number. And then look at the money here. This is the $20. They didn't put Harriet Tubman on that yet.
No.
I don't know. Not anymore? But they change your mind? Who? Donald Trump? I am telling you.
The old. They used to have Harriet Tubman on it, and then they replaced it with Jackson.
They were supposed to put Harriet Tubman on the money, but Jackson is still there. Yeah. This is the $20 bill. Well, maybe they need to shake all of this stuff before they put Sister Harriet on that, because this $20 bill shows you the 9/11 towers falling down. And listen to this, they're not just showing you falling down. It shows you them falling down when you fold the $20 into a plane. Here the science. So I'm just showing you, these people sit down and put these things together. This is not by mistake. This is not by chance. Listen, family, when you hear all of these things, you never pinch yourself and wonder if you're dreaming, to see if this is the real world that you're living in. This is the kind of world you live in, when people sit down and create a $20, knowing that when they fold it in a plane, you can see the towers falling. Which brings a lot of validity to the concept of the towers falling being a conspiracy. Anyway, let's move on, because we gotta, hey, where did he come from? I think I was just reminding us it's time to take a break. Yeah, just joking. So if you notice, the one eye, I think that's why he's around. The one eye, very symbolic, Some people say it's the eye of Lucifer, but really the one eye is a very high concept too. The eye of God, really, the eye of Ra. Although some people argue that Lucifer, I don't want to go too far into that, but the light bearer, Lucifer was a good guy one time. All right, he's not really a bad name. I guess he changed his character. I don't know. But anyway, the one eye is the pineal gland, the one eye, the popped eye. That's why you see popped eye with his one eye in all of his Christ figure. Hey, look like one of his eyes opening here, though, not like he washing his eyes with some chalice water. You saying something?
Even with the Satan being a good guy, I've heard say it like that. Satan, said in the book Paradise Lost, used to be one of God's angels, but then decided to rebel against God, and then he just got kicked out of heaven.
Well, that's it. That's the Lucifer, how thou hast fallen. So yeah, the one I've seen in some other cartoons, we'll get to such if the time permit us there. You see the one eye even in CBS. This is the news agency or the television cable station, CBS. You see the eye there, pupil and retina and everything there, right there looking at you. And of course, CBS, Eye on America, we're watching you. You watching them, yeah, they're saying they're watching you. So you got to keep it, Then you have home box eye here, home box office, because the O looks like an eye. And I'm just highlighting all of these things, so the family understand again how the secret messages are portrayed and how they are a part of our daily life, and where they're coming from, their origin, and how they have been purposely put into the stream of things and the system, not just what we watch and hear, but even what we eat and drink, So now what I'm going to highlight to you, even what we speak, very important. When we did the program concerning reed, I'm sure many of you would have seen that, when we highlighted that the papyrus plant, the reed plant family, of course, the papyrus is the origin of paper. And of course, you read paper to get the information. Papyrus, paper, read and read, the Reed Sea and the Red Sea. All of this now is not by chance. Look at the sisters, them, having the reed plant here. Okay. Now, when what happened? Mini skirt?
No.
Oh.
That's just a color transfer.
Oh, I hope so. The prince quick to say no, they would. All right. So,
That's the long
oh yeah,
skirt.
it's a long skirt. Yes, I see it. It's like a shawl or maybe a cover looking thing. All right.
I know they won't do that stuff.
Yes, the king said they won't do that kind of stuff there. So you see them have the reed plant ready to, create the paper, the papel, the reed. All right. So just showing you the science of the words. That's why we always tell you don't call your children kids. Words are important. WORDS words, take the S and put it at the beginning, you get the word swords, because words are swords. He shall come with a two-edged sword in his mouth. So don't call your children kids. Your children are chi. The energy of the chi. Children. 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 CHILD. Child. Chill. The chill is supposed to chill. The child's supposed to chill, chill. They're cool. Yeah, man. They make nobody fool you. My two little children here, to be very honest, as children, I can't remember them being no crybaby and always crying and wake up in the middle of the night. I never lived that life. I could tell you that for a fact. Even as children. I don't know if it's a special touch I have, but they've always been children. I know a lot of baby crying, but I don't say something wrong with that, Don't get me wrong. All of that is a part of it. The motherhood and the fatherhood, give thanks, praise for right. But I'm just showing you, but children ain't supposed to be as, maniatic as sometimes they seem to behave. Like people like Bart Simpson. When you look at the word Bart, B-A-R-T, Bart, and you turn the A and the R around, you get brat. It's people like Bart Simpson turn our children into Brat Simpson. But they're children. They combine energy of the chakra, like the tree, the tree and the chi. The tree and the tree, children are tree. When they in school, we use to say one do chi, but but it's the chi, which is the tree and the three in one, the prophet, priest, and king, and God come in the tree. That's why she shot the seed in the tree. Even Alice in Wonderland, when she got big in a tree that looked just like this tree here. All right. So that is, I'm saying that young children, serpent, yeah, young children are chi. Chi or the tree. It's one energy. And again, that is why as young children, you put the child in a nursery like a tree. You put the child in a kindergarten like a tree. You know what I mean? And that is why the young trees, the infant trees, because they are in front of the battle. We're not aware, how much our children, that's why we do these programs here, to show you how much our children are in front of the battle. So they're children, Tai Chi and Qigong, China. They're not kids. They're not little goats. Because that's what, you see, you have to see the philosophy of it, If by now, even if this is the first time you're hearing anything like this, say someone, purchased this lecture for you as a gift and you're watching it, and you've never heard anything like this, and you reach to this point and you're saying, oh, you're just playing with words with the kids and the goat. Well, I mean, you need to start over before we go any further. Maybe you haven't heard all what I said before. I think you missed what I was saying about the Kabbalah and the science of words and just where it comes from and the science of how they put Batman together. Hey, listen, let's just continue, family, because it's going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So I'm just showing you, we got to be careful. We also mentioned Thomas Chippendale for those who don't remember. And those who may not have heard this. This is the individual who is basically deified because of his great works in the Gothic style of building. Attention, everyone. The Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge is inviting you to join us in September for the African Union CARICOM Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Sign up for the 3-day package and be a part of the AU CARICOM Summit, plus take in all of the sights of Addis Ababa, the new flower. Or you can opt for our 9-day cultural national tour, and that will engulf sites like Lalibela, Aksum, the Simeon Mountains, and much more. Transportation, accommodation, and your meals all included. So contact us now and reserve your spot. Email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com or visit our website priestisaacinstitute.com. Institute.com, Ethiopia. See you there.